Do you agree that part of having a positive mental attitude, aside from a diet and also dealing with the philosophy of grounding yourself, is the fact that you need to reinvent, or not, strike that, not reinvent. You need to really be humble, dude. Be a
There's
person.
too many. There's, humility is like, it's not cool. Listen, one of my boys, he's a team leader in SEAL Team 5 and just came to our gig last night with his son. And, this man is like I look up to him and I'm like, I try to have some of what he has rub off on me. And then my other friend was there. Dear John, that movie was about him. They all came to the show in San Diego. It's a big military town. And it's like what these dudes go through and what they're able to overcome. And they are the most humble, respectful people you will ever meet in your life. The ones that go around bragging and talking shit, they're the best motherfucker, they invented hardcore, everybody else sucks, I'm the best fighter. That's all poser bullshit. If you're for real, you ain't got to talk about it. Just shut the fuck up and you let
the legacy.
That's why we do what we do. We don't talk no shit online like some of the other motherfuckers that used to be in this band that nobody wants to fuck with anymore because of the grimy shit they did to everybody. We don't get involved in that. We just come out and we let that music do the talking. And me and Mac wrote that shit. We have a right to play any motherfucking songs on that album, and Crush the Demoniac, and Bad Brains, whatever the fuck. It's a family, and that's why I say what I say.
Let me interject something. Following the Cro-Mags, to me, when I say following the Cro-Mags, I think you represent the whole identity of that. Fuck the politics. In this day and age, man, you do what you want. You are a necessity, and this is what I mean seriously. In a day and age where we are consumed with what can we get, it's an artist and a man like this that brings it back to, let's not make it I, let's make it we, right?
What can we give? Giving is like such an important thing in life, and everybody's out for I, me, and mine, and what the fuck I can get out of it. But, it's all about giving, man. What are you giving back? What are you giving back to the world,
Your book, PMA, when will that be out?
Well, I'm working on it now. I got a plant-based cookbook coming out. Like, I just, my agent is taking that around, and the PMA book is almost done. And we might even put that shit out independently just to get it out. Because, you know what? We did 10,000 copies of Evolution of a Cro-Magnon on our own. Everybody from fucking Jon Stewart to Woody Harrelson to all these motherfuckers read that book. It's gotten around. It's like, this underground kind of thing. So that's what I try to tell these motherfuckers. Even with the music, because in the 90s, everybody was like concerned with the record deal and getting this and that. And they did it for the wrong reason. All that shit goes away. Where are all those bands now? We're fucking still playing because we never did it for the money or the record deal or the tour support. If motherfuckers didn't want to put out our shit, we went out and did it ourselves. And that's what I did with my writing. And now I have one of the best literary agents in the game. Fucking Dan Kershon in New York with ICM. I'm represented out here for film and by Howie Tannenbaum, who represents the guy, Vince Gilligan, who did fucking Breaking Bad. So you have to do what you do for the love of doing it, okay? Like the Bhagavad Gita says, you have a right to the work, but you don't have a right to the result of the work. You do something because you love it. And that's why you have to fight, Babylon and all this other shit. And that's why Bob Marley said, soon we'll find out who is the real revolutionaries. And you can see what's going on now. Because they put Trump in there to do exactly what the fuck he's doing now. He's dividing the fucking country. And now you're seeing all these motherfuckers' true colors come out. Who's really for uniting the people and spreading a message of PMA and higher consciousness? And that's what we do. We hand out books about yoga from A.C. Bhaktivedanta, who, by the way, if it wasn't for him writing the Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita, there would be no Age of Quarrel. I based all the lyrics on that album off of his teachings. So you got to pay that forward, and that's what we try to do, is help the youth You know, I speak at prisons and all kinds of stuff on the East Coast. To go into that place and tell these kids, yo, I was right where you are. I did 2 years in the worst fucking prison for juveniles, but back then it was 21 and under. And I'm in there with grown-ass men, 14, 15 years old, 16 years old, whatever. And, you know, you had to make that choice, like, yo, I told these 2 homeless dudes down here today, I went to fucking jail. You could turn your shit around. Just never give up, man. You have to believe in yourself.
How real is John Joseph? This is why.
Hey, you know, it's like listen. I surround myself, and this is the real thing. Association is the key. Who you spend your time with, those qualities are gonna rub off on you. And I try to be around the A-type personalities that do positive shit. If you're negative and you get an instruction how to break that shit and you don't listen, like the I call them ask holes, A-S-K, ask holes, because they ask for help, then you tell them what to do and they go do the opposite fucking thing. That's called the ask hole. I don't got time for that shit. If I ask somebody, okay, I have a problem, how can I fix it? Right. I listen to them. I take their advice, and I fucking take their advice and take that knowledge and I apply it. There's no room these days for armchair philosophers. So you got to get out there and do the shit, and that's what we try to do. And that's why, you know, we're doing smaller clubs this run, but I mean, we're out there in Europe playing for fucking thousands and thousands of motherfuckers at the festivals, but there's nothing like having a fucking bunch of motherfuckers up in your face. This is the real shit, not some barricade rock star bullshit. This is what we love.
This is what it's all about, and this is why it's important to keep it real. April 5th, the last bookstore here in Los Angeles.
I'm gonna do a reading, and I'm gonna fucking do some spoken word shit, and we're gonna get down and have a good time. April 5th, the last bookstore, and then April 22nd, I'm doing something with the LA Times. They're doing this thing about surviving the underground punk shit.
Nice.
And it's the LA Times Book Festival, and me and Keith Morris and some other people are gonna be on a panel and do a reading and whatever the fuck, and a discussion that's, you know, gonna be, the guy doing it is from the LA Times. So,
nice, man.
You know,
what's the date on that again?
It's April 22nd here in LA.
April 5th, the last
LA
bookstore.
Times Book Fair. So, you know.
Cro-Mags.
And, you know, I'm
Human
on my
beings.
9th motherfucking Ironman at 55 years old. And that's what I try to tell you. Never doubt that you can't do something. You apply yourself wholeheartedly to anything, and I had a lot of people tell me, oh man, you're gonna do an Ironman, you should do this, you should do that. I didn't listen to any of that bullshit. I had people tell me who were famous writers that were supposed to be my friends, oh, you know how hard it is to publish a book. People are gonna try to discourage you. You can't listen to any of that shit. And you always have to fucking believe in your heart that you can do anything. And then, you know what? You have the formula, you apply it, you get a result. That's what yoga's about. That's what martial arts is about. That's what the military teaches you. Even music, it's all the same. But you got to believe in yourself, and you know what? You just got to have that tenacity to want to be better at what you do, and don't be a hack. If you're going to play music, do it shit the right way. Don't fucking come out and half-step it, and respect the arts, man. Whatever art you're in, you have to respect it.
John Joseph, thank you for keeping it true.
Hare Krishna. We keep shit real. And thank you for the interview, man. And
Cro-Mags since 1984, the real deal. Human being. Human
we started in 81, believe it or not.
Human beings. And we're out.
Peace, peace.